top strongest characters from Parasyte. It's one of my favorite anime and I couldn't think of a better way to tell you about it than to make a top of the strongest in my point of view. I hope you like it. Let's go!
We put in work.
I'll get to you a little later. I gotta talk to your boyfriend first.
Uragami is a serial killer who cannibalizes his victims that can also detect parasites. He is the only human antagonist. Due to his status as a death row inmate and a psychopath, Uragami has a high tolerance to gore and bodily mutations. He has no fear, and among all humans he is the one who was the most dangerous. Also, Uragami is good at using knives or bladed weapons. Every parasite who has controlled the human body has the basic abilities to shapeshift his head and maximize the physical potential of the body he is controlling. He can harden their cells for offensive and defensive purposes. And they probably the same in their strength. Actually, it's hard to say, but let's say that they are the same. Parasite dog is weaker than a normal human controlled by the parasite.
You're wasting time, but you will have no choice in the matter if your host no longer has a head.
As a parasite, Mr. B has the basic abilities to shapeshift his head and maximize the physical potential of the body he's controlling. He can harden the cells in his body for offensive and defensive purposes. He had knowledge of the parasite physiology and how merging with other parasites' host would work. And for me, he looks stronger than casual parasites.
It will only hurt more if you do.
Hideo had the basic abilities to shapeshift his head and maximize the physical potential of the body he's controlling. He can harden his cell for offensive and defensive purposes. During the massacre at the school, Hideo displayed incredible resilience and durability, taking multiple bullet rounds to the body and killing dozens of students and police officers. Hideo was aware of humans and their attraction towards each other, using his knowledge to shape his face to look that would easily entice women into following him. With his knowledge and skills, he was pretty dangerous.
Shinichi.
After being saved by Migi from dying, Shinichi developed his own powers because of having 30% of Migi's body unexpectedly dispersed as cells throughout his body. Shinichi can hear, see and sense better than normal humans, that his physical abilities greatly exceed those of normal humans and even parasites. For example, he could able to smash through a person's ribcage and throw them through a concrete wall, all while ripping out said person's heart with one arm. He can jump at a height of over 20 feet or run faster than a car driving down a road.
What is this creature? Can we even call him one of our kind?
That's enough. There's no merit in killing one another in a place as public as this.
Being a parasite, A has the basic parasite abilities. Like other parasites, he can block out the pain his body is feeling in order to fight more effectively. In the manga, he was shown to have enough strength where when he punched the wall it cracked, but his arm broke in the process. He is one of the few parasites to use his tentacles to move his human body around, as shown when he used them to propel himself through a window.
Well, hello there. Nice place, huh? No one around, and it's so quiet.
He's smiling. There's no way this guy's a parasite.
I'm kinda surprised. You took off in quite a panic back there, didn't you? And I had heard you were so tough.
Unlike other parasites, Migi is composed of 5 individuals sharing one host body, located within both arms, legs and head. But he can only utilize 3 of the 5 in his body. As he consists of 5 individual parasites, the ability to shapeshift extends to all 4 of his limbs. Because he can only control two others besides himself, he used his arms as battle tentacles like other parasites use their heads. Though he has little control over the parasites in his legs, it's proven they are incredibly durable, only being slightly scratched from Migi's attacks. He can attack from multiple angles with double amount of tentacles as a regular parasite, leaving the experienced team of Migi and Shinichi, who is already a superhuman, at a major disadvantage. He is one of the few parasites shown to transform his parasite body into a mobile form after he was detached from his host, but due to his inability to control all the parasites at once, he has poor bodily coordination. This leaves him much slower than expected, unlike other of his species. He also had little balance and is quite clumsy, causing him to fall easily and his limbs to crash into each other.
Migi, handle the defense.
Defense? Incredible.
Being two separate entities gives Migi and Shinichi a 2-on-1 advantage in most fights and can allow them to confer with each other to strategize. Migi, like most parasites, is fully capable of transforming into a weapon and can fight independently from Shinichi. Combined with superhuman Izumi, they together are incredibly strong in a fight one-on-one.
Shall we get started? With only 3 of you, I hope you have some sort of plan in place.
Plus to basic parasite abilities, her high intelligence allowed her to make use of unorthodox tactics when engaging enemies. She is one of the few parasites shown using tentacles to propel her around instead of walking or running, as well as the only singular parasite with more than one attack pattern. Thanks to Reiko's incredible skills and intelligence, she could fight and defeat 3 other parasites at once.
It's that guy! He moves different from before!
Gotou is an experimental parasite created by Reiko. His body is composed of 5 different parasites whose power he can utilize to the fullest extent, making him one of the most powerful parasites in the history. Plus 2 basic abilities, 4 parasites in his body replacing a different limb. These parasites' abilities extend to all of his body. This makes him far faster, stronger and more dangerous than standard parasites, and nearly impossible to injure. Gotou is the most intelligent and skilled and is the de facto leader of the composite body. Under his control, their combined offensive, defensive and movement capabilities are far beyond that of a normal parasites. He is capable of hardening them into highly durable body armor that can withstand a direct grenade blast, able to alter the parasites in his legs to adapt to multiple situations, greatly increasing his mobility, which includes jump through trees with high speed, running upwards of 60 km per hour, and calves that allow him to rapidly rebound off walls and ceilings. His arms can similarly be modified. For the battle they are usually transformed into varieties of the common blade's tentacles, but he has also used them to gather bullets shot into him and slide them back at lethal speed, and a shield to deflect further bullets. Even when untransformed, his arms are capable of incredibly high force. Also, he can transform into a secondary form, a monster 3 meters tall, with the multiple extra eyes, limbs and teeth. He also reveals the capability to absorb more parasites, but the total number of parasites he can control remains unknown. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Who is the strongest parasite in your opinion? Maybe it's Shinichi, or maybe it's Migi, or maybe it's Reiko Tamura. Leave your comments down below. Leave a like if you like Parasite anime, and if you watched it, or if you not watched it, just go and watch it. Thank you all for watching. I'm out. Bye!